It's January 2nd. We actually recorded a podcast on New Year's Eve that we're going to link you to, but we watched it and it's really long.
Yep, it's long.
It's a little bit too long for just a generic podcast. What we want to do is just hit you with a quick blog so you can learn a little bit more about our goals for 2019. And then if you're interested in more detail, at the bottom we'll link below a link to our other longer, more in-depth study of our results from 2008 and our results from 2019. So,
yeah.
Good. Are you ready to talk about our goals?
I'm ready. Good.
Well, so Kelly, one of Kelly's favorite vloggers is a vlog called the Vlog Brothers, and John put out a recent vlog this past week about setting goals versus resolutions, and I really enjoyed it. I'm going to link it right here so that you can have a chance to watch that video. I thought it was really good, and really a lot of what I'm going to talk about today is similar to the way he shared his thoughts on goals versus resolutions.
I agree, yeah.
Let's start with what are your goals for 2019?
All right, so I have my slot to Kona in October, and so goal number one is to cross the finish line at Kona.
That's a big goal.
Yeah, yeah. Going along with that will be a lot of swimming, biking, and running. Don't love swim training, but I need it. So I'm going to focus on my swim this year. I'm going to make it a goal to swim 115 miles. I swam 115 miles several years ago in training for Ironman Boulder, and I have my Ironman PR there for the swim. And that's excluding any Ironman Chattanooga races because that's downriver.
We like Ironman Chattanooga.
Yes, I love Ironman Chattanooga swim. And I want to run 1,000 miles. I want to bike 4,000 miles. I've never quite made it to 1,000 miles running, even though I've tried the last 3 years. I made it to 800 miles this year, so I think I've got it in me. I have some work goals that I won't spell out here because it's not
This
really,
isn't a work podcast.
It's not.
Yeah,
no.
okay.
I'll talk about my work goals with work people. I will say that I want to be present in the lives of my children and my husband this year. I want to take down my screen time. Today was my first day of that, and I kept resisting the urge to check Facebook and Instagram during the day. It's just a time waster.
Yeah.
And then I want to take a trip with each of my sons this year to spend quality time with them.
That's great.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
So that's
2019 is going to be a big year. So
yes.
just imagining taking on Kona as a goal seems almost unimaginable from where we were just 7 years ago when we started this journey.
Yeah. We have landed in 2019 in a nice spot in our lives. We've always had houses to sell, houses to fix. We're moving, we're building, we're doing all kind of stuff. And we built a house, we moved in it, we sold the old house. We have one house, we have one power bill, so I do feel like we're coming into 2019 with some simplicity in our lives that we have not had for years.
That's great. That's great. So I'm excited. For me, my number one goal really is to get into Kona. I have qualified. I completed my 12th race in September of last year, Ironman Chattanooga. We applied this year to get in, and we find out when is it, in February?
February 28th.
February 28th. So one of my goals is to make a quick video to appeal to the fine people at Ironman to allow me to race with this beautiful woman in Kona on the same day. It would be a dream for me to be able to finish that race with you and to make that a journey that we do together, because we've done, well, gosh, I think we've done 15 races. We've started 15 races together. Is that right?
We've started 14 races together. We've each started 15 races. We each had one race that we started without the other. So we have experienced the Sherpa racer thing. And then I've finished 13 and you have finished 12.
Yep.
So,
yep. Good. Well, I'll tell you a little bit about my goals for 2019. After getting into Kona 1, we're running the Tunnel Marathon. You'll see that in the video where we go into detail. I would like to run 4 hours in 3:59:59. I'd like to break 4 hours. I've tried to break 4 hours 3 times. All 3 times I was on pace. Sometime around mile 17 to 21, the wheels have come off the bus. So somehow we got to figure out how to keep the wheels on the bus for a full 26.2 miles. My training plan this year, I ran 1,000 miles in 2018. I'd like to run 1,200 miles in 2019. My best bike year is 5,200 miles. I'd like to bike 5,000 miles this year. I need to really focus on my long distance bikes. That's where I get my most benefit, on those long century rides, those grueling days. I do need to get in the pool. My pool mileage in 2018 was 2-point-something miles, less than even an Ironman swim. We were fortunate that Ironman Chattanooga, although has a fast swim, had no swim in 2018. So I got to get in the pool to get ready for Kona or for Ironman Florida this year.
in your defense, every time you swim, you get an ear infection.
I do get a lot of ear infections.
Yeah.
So
it is a difficult thing to balance.
Yeah. So goals are published. We decided to publish ours on YouTube. I would be very interested to know what your goals are. If you're watching this, join in, share in the conversation, comment below, be bold, put it in writing, share what it is that you want to accomplish. We'll cheer you on. We'll support you. We appreciate your support in this journey on our road to Kona. Kelly, I do have one question for you that I think that people might be interested to know. You have started, how many races have you started?
I've started 15.
15 races. What is your favorite Ironman race and why?
Well, that would be Ironman Chattanooga. I love Ironman Chattanooga. I love the bike course. I love the run course. It's one of the hardest run courses out there. I like it. I personally don't like a run course that's completely flat. And Ironman Chattanooga is half flat, half hills. And that works well for me. Swimming is my weakness, and Ironman Chattanooga has a downriver swim. My fastest swim outside of Chattanooga is 1:30 on the nose, which was my goal that year.
In Boulder, right?
In Boulder.
Yep.
And I have swam Chattanooga in 1:02 and felt absolutely refreshed because it's just not hard. So that's my favorite. I love the course, mainly the bike course. I really love the bike course.
It is a fun bike course. Hog Jowl Road is one of the funnest roads to bike in all of the southeastern United States.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I will say close second to that is Ironman Mount Tremblant. Love that race as well.
Yeah, Ironman Mount Tremblant is also in my top 2. But I think my favorite race still is Ironman Wisconsin in Madison, Wisconsin. I absolutely love the small town of Madison. Something about finishing near the Capitol, running through a college town, crowd support, a super challenging bike course, feels Tour de France-like with some climbs in there that'll really challenge you on the bike course. So that was a lot of fun for me. And the run finish it's top notch. That's my favorite Ironman. So
I loved Ironman Wisconsin. I first and only time I ever did this, I wrecked my bike on the bike course severely, and people thought that I was not going to get back on my bike. They thought I was going to leave on an ambulance, and I tore some ligaments in my ankle, but I did finish. I cried my way through a 7-hour marathon, so that may be why I don't have it's not at the top of my list.
Yeah.
Self-inflicted.
Well, one of the things that I'd like to wrap up is I'd like to encourage you, if you're watching this and you've never done an Ironman and you think that you can't, I think that you can. We didn't think that we could, and we tackled it. If you are planning on doing an Ironman, I would encourage you to find a coach. We've had some great coaches in our career, and they give you a tremendous amount of advice and encouragement along the way. I think it's a big part of it. If you are interested, our coaching team is ITL. I'll put a link in the description below. You can go to our website and learn a little bit more about the ITL group. And if you haven't subscribed, I called Kelly today. We're up to 53 subscribed watchers. That's absolutely fantastic. I watch a famous YouTuber, Peter McKinnon, who has 2.5 million subscribers, and I laugh, but I'm completely excited about 53.
You really are.
I really am. Yeah. But if you're interested, follow along. Please subscribe. We'd love for you to join the journey. We'd love to hear from you. We've heard some funny comments. I think the top comment is the people that are north of the Mason-Dixon line. I think they like your accent, Kelly. I think that's a big plus.
You have an accent too.
I'm neutral, right? I'm a neutral accent.
You have a southern accent also.
I don't think so. I don't think it's quite like your syrupy southern I love Ironman Chattanooga accent.
Yeah, it's pretty strong. Yeah, so.
All right, well, thank you. We'll see you next time again. If you wanted to learn more about our 2018, got a very long YouTube video that's posted here. You can check it out. In our next video, stay tuned. What are we gonna talk about?
You wanted to talk about racing with an autoimmune disease.
Oh, yeah, that's absolutely right. So I think this weekend it's going to get cold. We'll watch Kelly's fingers turn white with her
that's
Raynaud's, which is one of the symptoms that she has from.
That's the least of my problems.
Yeah.
That's okay.
So Kelly has Sjogren's syndrome, which is an autoimmune disorder. So we'll talk a little bit about that and the ancillary things that impacts her and how it impacts her training. So stay tuned. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time at the road to Kona. Good night.
First ever episode of Kevin's House Podcast, featuring Kevin.
I'm Jeff. This is Kelly. We're testing our new de-aging cream, and wow, does it do wonders.
Wowzers.
Thanks for sponsoring today's podcast, by the way.